Hello, everyone. How's it going tonight? I'm Thomas, and I'm here to do some mini reads for anybody who wants one. Um, you can even ask questions about what's going on in the news, and I'll pull cards and we'll read on them. Glad to see that you're awesome, Josh. Angie, welcome, welcome. So, how was your day today? Did you take your day off, or did you work and come home and now you're doing a little relaxing? I'm a little upset with StreamYard because I pay $24 a month to not have any StreamYard branding. So I don't know what's going on. You DoorDash, Josh? It's good. Did you earn some good money today? So I haven't checked the news lately, and um, I don't know what's going on with the missing generals case, but let me just pull a few cards and see what we can see. We have the reversed Ace of Pentacles. Um, that's saying that a lot of money and effort is going to be spent searching. Um, we have the reversed Devil, saying that there's some details. The devil is in the details. The details have been missing or withheld from us. And the last one is the reversed happy family, the Ten of Cups. So we either don't get a resolution or we get an unhappy resolution for the family. Um, you're paying for StreamYard and you don't even use it. I would cancel then, Angie. Any other news story that you would like me to read on? I was trying to get people on the Vertical Phone app on here, but apparently there's some kind of restriction for them to comment and ask for readings in a live. That's on the Vertical streaming platform. So if you're watching in vertical mode on a telephone, let me know if you're able to get through with a comment. I see my screen is breaking up. If I break up and disappear, it'll be about 35 seconds before I get back on the system. I know that sorry about that. That's been happening quite a bit the last couple of days. We are having electromagnetic storms, and it is affecting the YouTube internet. And Josh is on the vertical in his phone, so maybe it's like a restriction to members only. Did when you first came in, did you get that? Or subscribers only? Oh no, it's the energy around you, Angie, isn't messing me up. We're having pretty strong electromagnetic storms from the solar mass ejections from the sun. The last couple of days, we're in a G4 electromagnetic storm. So the higher elevation on latitudes and longitudes should be having really good auroras at the moment because of the storm. And I know that we're having increased seismic activity because it is a new moon phase as well. And yeah, there is a solar magnetic storm, seismic activity, volcanic activity connection. If you watch Stefan Burns or Dutch Sense on the predictions for Earth weather in the seismic and volcanic events, and Stefan goes into more of the solar events and astrology. It's very interesting to hear. I subscribe to both. I subscribe to a lot of unusual stations. Oh, good, Josh. So you know what's going on in the world then too. The physical world that we live in, this home planet. Yeah, he's a little sarcastic and he gets a little crotchety with he feels that he's persecuted, but you know, it, anybody who gets their channel taken down many times over, you feel that it gets personal after a while. Um, if it's a little thing with your TV, just that little thing that's saying that the camera's on. Either electrical tape or a couple layers of masking tape. Yeah, I hear that the pole shift is coming. Does that also mean that we're going to be back in the ice age or heading towards one, or is that every 26,000 years we have the same weather, every 12,000 years we have the opposite weather? Is that kind of how it goes? We don't know because recorded history isn't there. Um, in the 300,000 years that Homo sapiens have existed, um, if you put it on a 24-hour clock, um, only 5,000 years ago, written language came into being. And so if on a 24-hour clock, it'd be like 10 minutes to midnight is how much time we've had a written language. So we're gathering technology fast compared to how much history we've had before. Magnetic shift, we're good. If it's crustal displacement, yeah, well, big big seismic events. We we don't know if we've experienced a 10 earthquake or, but the the magnitude of a 10 or an 11 earthquake would be devastating on probably a global scale. See, the two experiments that I did when I traveled to the southern hemisphere is I took a compass to see if the compass would point to the South Pole, but I forgot about my um, the two pole bar magnets. I forgot that you know that the opposites attract. So it's um, always going to stay relative north-south, depending on which hemisphere you're on. The other one was the Corrales effect, flushing the toilet and watching the whirlpool go the other way. Kind of interesting. So now, did Angie take her comments out of the stream? Or did she just fall off completely? Angie, if you're there, come back. If you got kicked out, I'm sorry, because the stream is not settled. I got a whole bunch of messages from Angie. She was saying how her TV was flashing and taking random pictures and causing seizure troubles. Huncho Man, welcome. What okay, then Angie said she was going crazy because a whole bunch of stuff was going on around her. Now that may have been that I'm going crazy with her. Huncho Man, what can I read on for you? Do you have a specific question? Now it wants me to leave. It thinks that I pushed on the leave thing. Just need clarity on what her intentions are. This has been going on for years, hard to explain. Well, Hunter Man, that's a third party question, and we don't have Jamila's permission to read on that. So if you could rephrase the question on maybe what can you do to make her make up her mind, or is it time for me to get off the pot and shit, or what? Okay, so let's phrase the question on, are you being affected by magic? Start out with the Two of Cups, so there is a relationship involved, whether it's a close relationship, could even be talking about business relationships, but usually in relationships we pick a person that has similar values to us. The upside down Nine of Cups. This is the Happy Merchant card. So you may be wasting some emotional time in this situation, and emotional value. We have the Chariot reversed, so it's going nowhere fast, and it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere as far as magic involved. It's not magic, it's just fickleness is yeah, it's not magic. It's no bad juju. Does that help you, Huncha Man? Uh, Josh, maybe because you're on the mobile and she's uh, on the television, maybe your chats are coming from different locations and you can't see it there. You're so welcome. I do private readings as well. You can always get a hold of me at tarotyourway@gmail.com. I don't charge money for my readings. I ask that if you can put $5 on a Amazon gift certificate, or if you see the value you got from a reading, just buy something of equal value off my wish list from Amazon. And if you can't spend money, do some donation uh, to a local charity or do some volunteer work for a cause that you like. Did you see Huncho Man's chat, Josh? You may not have seen him because he's got looks like a Pittsburgh Steelers logo for his avatar. I don't know if you're a Bengals fan, or I don't know if you're a Broncos fan, or, or like me, you could care less about football. Okay, so let me see. Maybe let me put the comments on the stage, and then everybody can see everybody's comments. Come on. I got to drag it over. There we go. Um, so you may, I don't know if you can. Oh, that's pretty low on the screen, and then from a mobile screen, that's going to cover you up on that side. So I think I can see the last of Honcho Man's comments. Sent me a screenshot text. Don't watch sports. Okay, I don't blame you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna freeze. Hello. Hello. I'm back. Sorry about that. I guess we're just gonna keep on getting kicked out. Um, after a while. Um, I don't know if displaying the comments on the screen are going to help everybody, but maybe so. I know you can't scroll back when they're displayed on the screen. Sorry about that. So you didn't see any comments from Huncho Man, huh? You just heard me talk about what he was saying. If anybody's got a question on a news story that you want me to answer, please be respectful of your language on how you ask the question. If you ask it about certain um, individuals that you don't particularly like, we want to be respectful. After all, we're all humans on this planet. It's just that not all of us act like humans on this planet. That's weird. So, is there anything going on in your neck of the woods, Josh? Is there another Broadway performance coming to town? I know the nightlife is pretty good in Denver, but I know you're not a party animal anymore, unless Jerry Garcia. And Jerry Garcia can't come back, but a Grateful Dead concert comes to town. It probably won't be too many years until they have a movie about him. Now that they've done a couple about Freddie Mercury and Elton John and uh, John Lennon. Boy, that took me a while to recall his name. Well, I won't call you a dull boy, Josh, because I don't do much either. Um, I'm not one that keeps up with movies. So I don't think I've been to a movie since the pandemic. I think the last movie I went to see at a theater was the Freddie Mercury movie with Malik. Um, I do watch older movies on television. The newer movies that I've seen are only like movie reactions through YouTube. So I sort of know the gist of Wicked Part 1 and 2. Um, okay, what's coming up this week for Josh? I'm going to pull a card for the theme of each day. Monday's going to be challenging, but you have the upper hand because it looks like you're going to be able to take the spoils of victory. This is the Five of Swords. So you win the fight, but there still may be a war going on. Tuesday, reversed Three of Hearts. So I don't know if that's gonna bring in a romance or going to be the end of the hurt from a romance. Wednesday, big decisions. A decision, you need to make a decision. Again, like I say about decisions, they're rarely black or white. They're all sorts of shades of gray. But I think the decision will need to be quick, like pulling off a band-aid. Thursday, we go into a little drought in money, so Thursday may not be your best day at Ubering and door dashing, because the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So, but that just affects that one day. The rest of the week should be fine. Friday, we have the Hangman. So Friday, you might be taking a pause, doing a little self-reflection. Might just be a chill day for you. Saturday, Judgment. You may get like reports back on your Ubering or your door dashing. So make sure Saturday that you're extra meticulous about things so the judgments can be positive. And for next Sunday, Knight of Swords. You take care of business. Your thoughts are not emotional. You're clear-headed, clear thinking, and you're a man on the mission next Sunday. So that is the week ahead for Josh. Van Helsing. Yeah, I saw Titanic in the movie theaters too. I've seen probably about 20 other movies since Titanic, but I usually go to movies that other people don't go to. Yeah, since I'm gonna get knocked off again. Looks like I'm getting ready to get knocked off again. So you're welcome, Josh. Sorry about getting kicked off again and again and again. Now Josh, were you able to read Angie's last comment? I'm getting Huncho Man's comments on the live stream. What? I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'll have to complain to StreamYard since I got the Quackers the duck. Of course, I don't really know what the duck's name is, but there's I pay not to have StreamYard branding. Yeah, and you're not coming up on my TV, but I'm catching everybody's chat inside the StreamYard, so it just must be where people are coming in from. Since I've got both the vertical stream going and the regular widescreen stream going on at the same time, maybe it's just a glitch with the StreamYard. So, but I still can do this. I can still show things on the screen. So maybe I'll have to do that when applicable messages come through. I don't want anybody to be left out in the cold. It's such a delay. I can't. There we go. I got it now. It is weird, but I guess it is what it is. And I probably sound like I'm rambling when I'm talking about Angie's comments or Honcho Man's comments. So, Josh, I wanted to ask you about um, White Buffalo Calf Woman. Um, is is she tied to Mary of the Bible? Um, I'm trying to get at the person that you channel. White Buffalo Calf Woman. That may not be exactly what she's called, but uh, to the Virgin Mary of the Bible. Somebody tried to say that she was tied to the indigenous Indian people, and that's what they called her. But as far as I know, Mary never um, came to the new world or appeared in the afterlife. So I was scratching my head at that one. I didn't see where that leap could be made. As a parallel energy. Okay, so it's okay. Okay, so, it's just that I couldn't put two and two together. But now that you said it is parallel energy, I understand. Okay. So, what did you think about the Steamboat Willie type thumbnail? The stylized magician, black and white. I guess more accurate would be grayscale. Okay. Thank you for that information, Josh. If there's anybody lurking in the background and you'd like to um, have a question answered, go ahead and put it in the chat. Yeah, I'm just doing different things with my AI photo generators, and um, some of them you can say style it like the tarot magician, or some of them you have to say point the right hand up, point the left hand down, make him wear a robe, make him wear a magical hat, uh, put a table in front of it, put a coin on the table, a wand on the table, a sword on the table, and a chalice on the table, and things like that. And title it Mini Tarot Reads. You can tell it in what kind of style to do, or they have like examples of styles that the AI algorithm already has things to reference. I'm using Gemini. I find that I run out of free stuff on ChatGPT relatively quickly because I usually ask it to break down a series of cards, like for all the major arcana or for a particular suit, the minor arcana. But I I study through the AI, and I also study through YouTube videos of other creators. I like the various styles that people present their readings in, or their interpretations on a single card, going into the deep dive, or how they just remember certain things. Um, the suit cards, um, let's see, Joe Leone says it's the suits represent how we get paid, how we get laid, how do we stay unafraid, and how do we enjoy life's parade. I thought that was real cute to remember the different sets of cards. The swords were the unafraid, and the wands were. So I don't know if you heard that before I got froze. The uh, the shortcut that Joe Monteleone um, said to remember the energy of the suits is for Pentacles, how we get paid; for Cups, how we get laid; for Swords, how do we stay unafraid; and for Wands, how do we enjoy life's parade. And I thought that poem was, without using the different suit names in there, he just said, how do we get paid? How do we get laid? How do we stay unafraid? How do we enjoy life's parade? I thought that was a very quick way of understanding um, what the suits mean. Um, that you wouldn't have to go through a lot of stress to remember what the suits stand for. So if anybody has a question that they would like answered with the tarot, I'm doing 3-card mini reads tonight. Just put your question in the chat. Yeah, I thought it was a good, quick way to remember and explain the suits, just in a clever one-line sentence for each of them. But each of the suits, has more than that one meaning, but um, the progression of the suit can sort of be summed up in those lines. Well, we got quite a few people in here, but we don't have a lot of commenting going on. I am doing free mini tarot readings. I also do private tarot readings. If you want to get a hold of me for a private reading, um, it's tarotyourway@gmail.com. So, Josh, you going live in the morning? Before she does her meta messages? Looking at Ronnie. He's outside. He just jumped down from the fence, made the gate clatter. "6:30 your time." Oh, that is early, early, early. "7:30. Yeah, I suppose I'll be awake since um I set this stream up for 10 tonight instead of midnight like they did the first night. I've really got to focus on my channel and get my social skills up to date, so it doesn't. Um, I'm not pausing, and I'm filling time with actually something that will be useful and not just filling time. But what I'd really like to be doing is reading cards for people. Do you have any education scheduled for you, Josh, coming up? Gonna take some leisure learning classes and anything that interests you? I live close enough to a community college campus that, maybe I could take a class there and maybe get my web skills refreshed. Yeah, that would have been my uh if I won the lottery, I would go back to school and study something that I liked, not just for a career, but you'd have to win substantial money to take care of all the necessity things, and then take college for a funsy course. It wouldn't have to be, Ivy League school. Community college is just fine. University life, if I wanted to reparty, but now that I don't drink anymore, I don't think I'd want to. I'm too old. Yeah, it's hard for people that I wasn't a good high school student, but I was uh, better in college since it was on my dime. Uh, I was on the dean's list for the um, 2 year associate's degree that I got, Associates of Arts in Computer Programming. Um, yeah, I buckled down and studied when I got to college, and I was paying for it. Um, I was 16 and I was working the overnight shift at a nursing home and going to school at the same time. Um, because basically I was there, but my parents weren't supporting me financially. Um, they were supporting uh, their own lifestyle, and summers were mine. But yeah, that would be my my dream earlier in life if had I won the lottery and you know had the time, I'd go back to school. It's a nice dream. I don't know if it's the same dream. And it doesn't matter if I win the lottery now. I still couldn't get to Machu Picchu. But I guess I could cruise around the world if I wanted to. Okay, well, since there's not a lot going on, I think I will call it a night. Thank you, everyone, for being with me. And remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and go out and make it a great night. See you tomorrow, everyone.